This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
NBA guys, and you talk about a lot of college guys that get that type of exposure, they're blown away by the professionalism, the passion, the work ethic of those NBA players. But sometimes you don't mess with happy. The one thing that I would say is that if Jay ever did make that jump, he has the expertise and the demeanor to coach today's NBA player.
I completely agree with that. If you're going to ask the question that way, should he want to stay or go to the 76ers? It's a matter of whether or not it's a question between comfort and challenge. If you want to be comfortable and happy, you stay. If you want a new challenge, you go, because obviously the Sixers would be a greater challenge because it's the NBA, and obviously the Sixers haven't won a championship since 1983, and you're at Villanova and you won two of the last three titles, so you have absolutely nothing to prove. It comes down to whether he wants to be comfortable or he wants a new challenge. As it pertains to the Sixers, I'm here to tell you right now, if Jay Wright wanted the 76ers job, I would say no. Brett Brown doesn't deserve that. It's not just because the 76ers are on a 10-game winning streak, because it's only 10 games. They got a winning record for the first time with Brett Brown. The man is 121 and like 23. He's only won like 30% of his games. But that process that everybody brags about and lauds all the time in the city of Philadelphia, where you sat up there and tanked 3 seasons while charging the paying customer and compromising everything about a competition in the United States of America, which was a damn Brown, has finally been given an opportunity to coach a real team. And thus far, he's doing a job. And when you subject him to the nonsense that they subjected him to, not just the commissioner needing to get involved, but Jerry Colangelo needing to take over basketball operations, and Greg Popovich and president of the Coaches Association, Rick Carlisle, and others coming out publicly to speak on behalf of what this man was subjected to for his first 3 years as head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers. Now that he's finally got an opportunity to coach a team, Brett Brown deserves the opportunity to stay on at the job, even if Jay Wright wanted to leave Philadelphia and come coach, leave Villanova rather than come coach the 76ers. It still should not be stripped of Brett Brown because of what he was subjected to, and now that he has a good team, we see what he's been able to do.
Who cares about being fair to a head coach? Like, the fans don't care. The fans don't care if every head coach gets. They just.
There you go. That's right. Yeah, Max, you're just a numbers guy. Me and Stephen A., we're the right thing to do kind of guy.
Hold on. Did you say he was excellent last year? Did you say he was excellent last year, the year before?
I think they
Nobody could, Max. Nobody could because we didn't know.
That's right.
Oh, that's excellence now, whether or not a player likes you?
No.
There's a whole bunch of coaches that lose and players don't.
Now that he's had the opportunity, he's also shown that he's an excellent coach.
Now, but I'm saying a year ago, 2 years ago, you couldn't say that.
For both of you guys.
Couldn't say that.
Go ahead, Coach. You know what? Here's the deal. Brett Brown has endured, obviously, the dark days of the Philadelphia 76ers. And given the opportunity with a roster that's capable of competing, he's competing. Jay Wright would not want the Philadelphia 76ers job right now in this moment in time because of the respect he has for Brett Brown. That's just the way it is. Yeah. That's the way Jay Wright conducts his business. Now, let's put it this way. If there's a job in the NBA, and it is a position to win, and it was looking for a coach, Jay Wright, like maybe a couple of years ago, he's going to be at the top of everyone's list. Because what we've seen is that whole mantra about you can't go from college to the NBA and be successful is no longer. See what Brad Stevens has done. So now you've got Jay Wright, experienced, terrific teacher, great communicator, the right demeanor, USA basketball experience, who has the exposure of understanding what an NBA player is all about, the communication and the way to motivate and be connected with those players. Jay Wright's going to be on top of everyone's list. Stephen A., you're 100% right. It really comes down to choice. And I don't know about challenge, because you know what? To rebuild Villanova next year, if they lose Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Omari Spellman, and maybe Dante DiVincenzo, let me tell you something. That's a challenge. So, that just doesn't happen. The culture of college basketball today
is a challenge.
Almost every
the city of brotherly love is lit right now. Villanova wins the college hoops national title last night. The Eagles are the defending Super Bowl champs, and the Sixers are heading to the postseason and winners of 10 straight. Stephen A. Smith, you spent about 18 years in this city. Is Philly the best sports town?
No, it is not. It's a phenomenal sports town. Honored to
Oh, you Rocky fans, you know,
associated with it.
tell Stephen A, not the OMSR. I'm just showing this stuff. A little commentary here and there.
And
as of right now, hey, your proliferation of the alliteration, are you insane in the membrane, bro? As of right now, bottom line is yes.
The reality is that has not been the case. Up until this year, the Eagles had never won a Super Bowl championship in its history. The Philadelphia 76ers haven't won a title since 1983. The lone time they got back to the finals was when Allen Iverson was on his run, and they got humbled by Shaq and Kobe. Why? Because it was Shaq and Kobe. Meanwhile, along the way, let's just count the ways of the city of Boston, who I consider to be the best sports town in America. And that's relatively disgusting for somebody like me to say, because I'm a native New Yorker, and we all know how we feel about the city of Boston in comparison to New York. But the reality is, it's factual. They're champions. You've got the Boston Red Sox, 8 World Series titles, 13 American League pennants. We've got the Boston Bruins, 6 Stanley Cups. By the way, they're in first place right now in the Atlantic Division of the National Hockey League. We've got the Boston Celtics, 17 NBA titles on its resume. We have the New England Patriots, 5 Super Bowl championships. Yes, they just lost to the Super Bowl. They just lost the Super Bowl. But they were there the year before, and they've been there a lot. We look at the Celtics, even as the Sixers are on a come-up, they still ain't the Celtics. We look at...
Et cetera. Basketball, the New York game, even though the Knicks have... Here's the problem with your argument, Stephen A., and then I'll get to Philadelphia. The reason Boston has so many championships in certain sports compared to New York is because it's such a small place compared to New York. They generally have one franchise per sport, so they can concentrate all their resources there. New York, the center of the known universe, the most important city.
No doubt. Let's just talk about higher education there. Columbia, NYU, Manhattan College, no joke.
The point is,
New
York has multiple sports franchises, sometimes
there you
more
go.
than 2 in each sport, thereby diluting the chance each individual franchise has of winning championships. That's the reason.
That's not the point. The city still reaps the benefit of it. We're talking about the city, not the team.
However, well, I mean, that's all the teams. You have to add it all up.
City.
New York. The answer is New York. But however, right now, the answer is neither New York nor Boston. And that's the question. Which is the best sports town right now? Right now, Philadelphia is the capital of the sports world. Right now, Philadelphia just came off a Super Bowl win in an all-time great Super Bowl against the Patriots. And by the way, Philadelphia will be favored to win the Super Bowl next year. They could very well repeat. They have a young core, a great young quarterback who didn't even get a chance to play in the Super Bowl, a great coaching staff, the support of the city that's gone, it's always been crazy for the Eagles, even when they've lost. Villanova just won the national title. The 76ers are not only on the come-up, as you would say, Stephen A., but they have the best center point guard, given age, talent, everything combination, maybe ever. I understand this. No, not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Magic Johnson, but Kareem was halfway through his career or more when he got up with Magic. Embiid and Simmons are just starting together. But it's not just that they have all this potential. It's that they're the coolest team in the NBA right now.